government doing a rethink on fuel subsidy math and will be bearing the entire burden. Let's go across to Hina now for more on this. Hina, why this rethink?
Well, absolutely. Now, this rethink because last year, because of this, uncertainty as far as the subsidy sharing mechanism is concerned between government and the upstream oil companies like ONGC, Oil India and GAIL, there was no clarity, and that is the reason why government could not really go ahead with the disinvestment in ONGC, which was lined up for last year. So one thing, this clarity on the entire subsidy sharing formula is going to help the government at least meet its, go ahead with its disinvestment agenda like last year. This year too, the government has set a very ambitious target as far as their disinvestment agenda is concerned, and ONGC and Oil India and IOC and many other oil companies is something that the government is considering a possible disinvestment in. So one, this move is going to bring, help the government go ahead with the overall disinvestment agenda as far as these particular companies are concerned. Companies like ONGC, Oil India and also GAIL, it's going to help improve the profitability of these companies. Profitability had been under severe pressure since last so many quarters now, because these companies had to share a large amount of the subsidy which the government gives to the consumers of LPG and kerosene. Now we know diesel has been deregulated, so there is no loss or there is no subsidy on the sale of diesel, but still there is some sort of subsidy on the sale of LPG and there is subsidy on the sale of kerosene. And for the full year, the government had budgeted somewhere around 30,000 crore, taking into account the falling global crude oil prices. Now what we have seen that in the last 15 days or so, we have seen a rebound happening as far as the crude oil prices are concerned. So if the oil prices, global oil prices start moving up from here on, then this 30,000 crore burden, it may just go up, because 30,000 crore is something which the government has budgeted. If this goes up, then it's going to make things a little difficult for the government in the long term.
All right, Hina, thanks so much for joining us with that. And let's take a look at the markets now. And the Sensex this morning went up 350 points. The rebound coming days after a sell-off that had seen the Nifty also shed nearly 800 points. You can see the Sensex up by 346 points. This comes after the government has clarified on the minimum alternate tax on capital gain. We had a statement from Finance Minister Arun Jaitley last week.